Throughout the inspection, the cameras occasionally cut to wide shots, sailors saluting on the dock below, officers clapping in formation, and military guards standing stiffly at each corner of the pier. These shots emphasize not just the scale of the event, but the disciplined choreography of a state visit carefully staged for domestic audiences. The symbolism of Kim's appearance aboard the Choe Hyon was not lost on international observers. The visit came just weeks after joint military exercises between South Korea and the United States, drills that Pyongyang routinely condemns as rehearsals for invasion. Analysts in Seoul and Washington saw Kim's tour of the destroyer as a calculated signal, a reminder that despite international sanctions and diplomatic isolation, North Korea remains determined to project military strength. On the evening news broadcast, the footage of Kim saluting on the destroyer's deck was played repeatedly, underscored by triumphant orchestral music. State anchors framed the visit as proof of the country's unbreakable will to defend its sovereignty. They highlighted Kim's remark that the destroyer was built to punish the enemy's provocations, a phrase that was later picked up by foreign wire services as a headline. Yet behind the dramatic images, questions lingered. Naval experts outside North Korea pointed out that while the destroyer's size and appearance were impressive, the country's shipbuilding capacity and access to modern weapons systems remain limited under international sanctions. Satellite imagery in recent years has shown the slow pace of new ship construction at North Korean shipyards. Some analysts suggested that the Choe Hyon was more a symbol of intent than a game-changing addition to the country's navy. Nevertheless, for the domestic audience watching that night, the message was clear. The leader was seen personally reviewing one of the nation's most powerful warships and assuring his people that any hostile act from abroad would be met with force. The image of Kim on the deck, framed against the ship's grey hull and the bright autumn sky, reinforced the narrative of a hands-on commander prepared to lead from the front. The visit also played into Kim's broader strategy of cultivating a powerful maritime image. In recent months, state media has showcased new submarines, coastal defense drills, and sea-based missile tests, portraying the Navy as a modernizing force within the Korean People's Army. The appearance at the destroyer was the latest in a series of photo opportunities meant to bolster the perception that North Korea's military is not just a land power, but also a maritime contender.